Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This show is Red Fox. Come back with another series today of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3, but this time we're playing the mod called the Bronze Age Reborn, where, as you can tell by the title, we are trying to form what eventually will become Sparta. Like I said, at this point, Sparta wouldn't form for, let's say, another 1200 or so years. I think it formed around 900 BC, BCE, where Laconia is just this one little province right up in here. But this is where Sparta would eventually be formed at. As you can tell, if we go down here, we do have different duchies and kingdoms and even empires that are different than the base game. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, if you've seen this mod before and you want to actually see me get to the gameplay of it, where I start expanding and making different decisions like that, go to the timestamp below. I'll have it in the description if you want to go ahead and skip to that. If you have never seen this mod before and you want to hear a little bit, you can sit here and listen to me because I'm going to talk about it a little bit. So it's really cool how they do Bronze Age Reborn. They basically make a full-on map, which on face value it looks like it's the same size as the base game. But what they did is they took a portion of the actual real map, and they basically made different little counties out of it. So I want to say like I have to go back and look at the actual game, but I want to say like if you actually were to go to Greece and look at some of these are probably just like one or two counties that they broke down and made like a bunch of different smaller ones in. You could go and check me with that, but that's what I think happened because it's still a really big map for only being a smaller portion of the actual base game, where like obviously this portion right here, the Middle East, is going to be a smaller portion on the actual base game. So it's really cool how they did it. I really do enjoy how they like made all this happen, and they were really cool with how they made some of the different government types, where you still have some people up here that are going to be tribal. Some of them are going to be what's called urban. I haven't gone through them. I've never really played this mod before, so I don't know if there's anything different than those two. I don't know if there's anything like that's close to like theocracy, or there's going to be anything that's going to be like a nomad or something like that. I don't know if they have any of those. I haven't like really went through and looked, but the most I've seen is tribal and these urbans, which I'm thinking urban is going to be very similar to what would be feudalism. So starting off, our character is going to be Arwu of Phineas of Laconia. He's got a pretty decent stats all around. Like his martial's a little bit lower than what I would like, but everything else is pretty well balanced. The one thing I do notice about this is that the domain size is so small. You can have only have three. She got two. It says two count and one from stewardship. So that's a little, it's a little bit different than what we're used to. You don't really see domain sizes for individual characters that small. It looks like the current situations are a little bit different. Not really different, but it's a lot smaller. So let's see what we have for our men at arms. So starting here, you have the Aegean Macemen, and let's see what we have for options for other men at arms. You have siege ladders, which it costs 87, which the monthly income, like it's also cool how they did gold here. It's a little bit different than the gold from the base game. But you have light skirmishers, spearmen, Aegean macemen, bowmen, and then the siege ladders. And it does look like these are 28, these are 30, these are 15, and these are 19, respectively, for damage. So we'll come back to this in a little bit. So let's look at what we have for our realm as well. We have the city-state of Laconia from the Menelaean city. We have some subjects, we have laws. It does look like we have autonomous vassals, we have limited crown authority, you have past high crown authority, and past absolute crown authority. Let's see what the requirements are here. The, the, the Pelasgian culture does not have the King's Justice innovation, so we're going to go ahead and actually go to that as well. The culture's a little bit different here. They don't have like medieval. It's all going to be early Bronze Age, middle, late, and early Iron Age. So what they want us to have here is King's Justice, where we have to go down here and actually find it. It looks like it's going to be over here, which we're not the head of our own culture. It seems to be this guy over here, who is actually pretty decent size. He's pretty large. He's got 684 troops to our what looks to be 419. So a little bit it's a little bit uphill right here, but it's really cool. So my goal for this would be the point where I'm going to have the timestamp here to bring everyone back. Our goal is to start off by creating the Duchy of Laconia, and then go ahead and get the Kingdom of Laconia, and then followed by the Empire of Achaia. And from there, we'll start expanding outwards from that point. When it comes to religion, we have the Aegean religion, which I think we can actually create a new Aegean faith, but I don't know exactly what the reformations are for this mod. I'd have to look at it and see. That might be something that we have to deal with in like a little bit later on, but I would really like to see what we can do with that. It does look like we have ritual hospitality, which is not too terrible. Rulers can host other characters as honored guests. You have astrology, allows adherence to divine the stars, and then warmonger is the big one. We can just go to war, and I think we can just do it without any cast spell eyes. At peace, opinion instead of offensive war opinion. Have a conquest cast spell eye to neighboring rulers, so that's the big one. That's the really good thing about Laconia. You can just go, and all the nearby areas. It looks like the whole entire part of Achaia is going to be Aegean, so that's gonna, and a lot of the neighboring areas as well. So that's gonna be something to watch out for. There's gonna be a lot of war going on here. So first off, we want to go ahead and go to Marshall, and we're going to select the strategy focus. I don't think that much of any of this has really changed a whole lot. I'd have to look at it and see. But we're going to go with Marshall first. And now to kind of look and see around us where we can go. So we have some places nearby that are fairly weak, but we got to be careful. It does look like this might be the weakest person for us to go for, and I think that that might be what we want to do first. Our character is married, and we do have a player heir to son, and we do have a second son. So let's see if we can't get an alliance with someone near us. Let's see where this person is. Way over there. So that's not very helpful at all. Let's see if we have anybody closer to us. That person's actually right there. So let's see. We're going to see if we can't arrange a marriage between her and my son here, maybe. Let's see. So let's see if we can't find our other son here. And they do accept it, so that might be good for us to go ahead and get that, so we can get an early alliance with someone near us. Good. Let's see what they have for troops. They have 871, so we might be able to go for someone a little bit stronger. I want to kind of go up here to start getting the places that are close to this dukedom right here. So let's go ahead and let's start that off. So we're going to conquer this province right here with our total potential of 1,307 troops. We're going to go ahead and call him to war. It is the same thing, so we do have prestige, which looks a little bit different, and piety over here, which is a little bit different as well. And 75 is not a lot, so that's actually not that bad for us. So we're going to go ahead and raise all of our troops here and see what happens. Our gold per month is 1, so it's very, very small. It's not a whole lot at all. Raise all of our armies. Actually hit raise all men at arms. We need to make sure we raise everybody here, and we just need to kind of wait for our guys to get down here, and it doesn't take them long, so let's go ahead and get this show rolling here. Oh, I do want to go ahead and get military engineer so we can siege a little bit better. Okay, and we're going to be very methodical about this. I need to be very careful in the early game to make sure I don't like mess up a whole lot here. So we went ahead and we've already done a little bit of our expansion here. We're going to go ahead and get this person next. I don't think I'm going to ask him for help this time. I think I'm just going to do this all myself. So let's go ahead and see. Automated armies. If you do not want to manually control every war, no, we're going to control everything for the time being. We are definitely not changing that up. Okay, we did have a son, Atreus. Shout out to God of War, the new ones. That's actually really cool. We're definitely not going to sacrifice our son. Like, we're just going to go ahead and just keep doing our thing here. Nope, we do not want to leave that. Let's see what we can do if we can't create this here in just a minute. Oh, we can't because we're a little bit below on gold, but that's okay. We have the time, so we don't have to get in any big hurry for this, especially with time. Like, it just goes so fast in this game because we're so early on. And we went ahead and enforced demands there, and that's good. We are doing really well right now. Let us disband all of our troops, and let's see what we need to get the Kingdom of Laconia. We need to go actually south. So now that we went up there, we need to kind of go down here and deal with some of these guys right now. 481 is not too bad, so let's go ahead and raise everybody that we got. So let's go ahead down here and let's do our thing. Send for a physician now. We're already sick. That's terrible. We're going to go ahead and get somebody, do no more than what is necessary. Excellent work. Great. That's what I love to see. Okay, so it looks like with this we're probably not going to win this battle, so we need to go ahead and let's go ahead. It looks like we have two wars going on. One was against us. One is the war that we're going for. So we'll call him to help us real fast. All right, we're away. We're done with being ill. So we're going to go ahead and attack this guy real quick. Just need to be very careful real fast here with what we're doing. Make sure we don't mess this up. Okay. Let's go down here and let's attack this guy real fast. Oh, hello. See, we can catch him right there since he was trying to siege that real fast. Good. That's not bad. Our heir is unmarried, who we can probably get a pretty good alliance power from this guy here. Let's see where this person is at. Good. That person's good ways away, so we can actually bring them on to help us with this. I think that might be what I do. I might call them for the war that we're defending against, because I don't think we need to have them for the war that we're trying to actually take this land from. We do have another son, so having 4 sons is pretty rough. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to actually sacrifice this one, just because we can't really afford anything to split off from us. That's might come back to bite me in the butt, but we'll have to just wait and see. All right, so now we're going to come back up here, and we are going to take on that guy there. And then we'll just start sieging everything back. Call to war, absolutely. We'll accept it, because I don't want to take the penalty to that. Above domain limit, so that's another thing we got to be careful of. We are above the domain limit, so we just we're going to have to just be a little bit careful. Oh, come on, man. I don't think that was even against us. I think that was against someone else altogether. Oh, wow, and then they came after us. So that war that we joined actually kind of messed us up a little bit against this guy here. But that is okay. I'm not too worried about that. We're going to just keep doing our thing for the time being. And we're going to go after this guy. Let's go ahead and march our guys over there. They're too weak to really stand up against us, so we're just going to take it pretty quickly. Alright, so now the next thing, we need to go ahead and create the Kingdom of Laconia. 250 gold is what we need, so we just have to be careful. It says we can feudalize one of these places because it's a tribal holding. Once we actually form the kingdom, we will do that, but for now we're just going to keep doing our thing. Because we need to because we need to get the kingdom so that way we don't lose anything if our character dies at any point. That's kind of the most important thing. Oh, hello there. Who is this? Are they attacking us? No, they are not. Okay. We're going to go ahead and call on this guy here, and we're going to call on this guy over here. And we're going to move our guys out of the way for just a moment. So the issue is this guy has a ally over here that is quite strong. That's kind of the problem that we're running into right now. We're just going to hold our guys until they get back over here. We do have our first... we have a couple of these that I must have just not been paying attention to. Gotta be careful with that. Can't like really lose... Can't afford to lose a whole lot right now off of stuff like that. Okay. These guys are like losing a lot of troops from these different sieges, so that's a little odd. Have to call these guys here. This person needs to find a we need to find someone for this person to be pretty strong here. Let's do that. Let's go down here and let's take on this guy right here who's attacking us. Let's move him up here. And we're going to white piece this. We're going to get this war out of the way real quick. Oh, we lost that. I'm very shocked because this person took that back really quickly. Interesting. These guys are becoming a problem now, so we're going to have to be very careful with that. I'm going to go ahead and disband real quick that right there. And we are going to take on these two now. Okay, so that's interesting. They both linked up and are helping each other. I guess they're both allies in a way. So, man, they are at 91%, so that's crazy. We're going to have to call these people to war real fast. Oh, that's what happened. They are allies, so even though I was thinking about going to war with them, they had those guys join the war before I could actually do that. Okay, so that makes sense. So we're going to just sit here for a moment and wait for this war over there to be lost. We do have another martial perk here. We're going to go ahead and do envelop real fast. So we're going to go and take back this province that we had lost real quick, and now we're also going to raise. Oh well, won't let us actually. Levies all raised. No levies to raise. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to move our guys over here, and we're going to have them take on that. That's pretty good. All right, so nice. This should be the end of this war. We should win this now. All right, and we enforce demands there, which is great. Empty council position. We need to go and do that. We'll manage domains. That gets us to 4, which is really nice. And we're going to go ahead and put that person there. All right. We have prisoners to ransom, which will get us pretty close. We need to go ahead and assign these people to our capital. That is great. So now we have some sons over here. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead and change their focus real quick. We do have another son now, so we're going to go ahead and try and find him a good spouse to marry into. Let me see where this person's at. Good. That's actually not too bad. And then we're going to have a daughter to marry someone off to. And I'm curious where this person's at. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to marry them off to a few different places, and that will make things a little bit easier for us when it comes to defending against wars. That should make things a little bit easier going forward. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to attack this person right here. Even though we're like over our domain limit, it shouldn't be enough to stop us against this guy, and this will be a good way for us to spend some time while we're waiting on us to get a little bit more money. And maybe if we siege them, we'll have someone that we can ransom off now. It does not look to be the case. Let's see if we can't get anything out of these guys. I don't think so. I think it's just going to be weak hooks that we're going to get on people. It's a little disappointing, but that is okay. And we also have a modest gemstone, and our first son must have died or something. Chief astrologer. Ah, he became the astrologer, so I guess he lost the claims whenever he did that. That's interesting. We'll go ahead and do that. And we're going to continue on. So the goal now is just to get to enough gold to where we can actually form this what would be a duchy, but it's actually kind of, they call it a kingdom of Laconia. We need 250 gold, so we are going to sit here and wait until we get that. And we did end up getting another son. Okay, we're moving right on along here. And we're going to get close here. Trusting or fickle. We're going to just go with trusting. Neither one of them are the best, but that's okay. And that gets us to our kingdom of Laconia. So now we do have a few pieces of land I do want to get off. We do have a tribal piece of land that I don't necessarily want. I have to have 200 gold in order to actually feudalize it, which I don't have, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and give that to this person right here, and he's just going to be tribal, which is perfectly fine with me. Next, I'm going to see what's inside the kingdom. It does look like we have a few places here over here to the south that are not part of it. This is another tribal holding, so we're going to once again give it to another person here. And that's going to be our first two vassals, which is great. And I think on that note, that's a great way to end the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this start to this cool new series that we're doing. If you're curious where we are, it does look like our troops are going to be 889 to this person right here is 959. So we're very close to the same strength of this guy, and it's going to be a vote. It's going to be a race here to see who can get stronger, to see who's going to be able to form that high kingdom of Laconia. Or in his case, he's not even going for it. He might actually be going for the high kingdom of Argolis. So he might be going this way soon, so we may not have to deal with him. But we'll find out next time. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to my channel. It helps out a lot. It means a great deal. At the time of recording this, we're actually really close to 100 subscribers. So if you could help me get there, I would really appreciate that. And if you have any suggestions, if you have anything you want to see, any suggestions on the Bronze Age Reborn and everything, please leave a comment in the section below. If you want to be able to download this for yourself, I will leave a link to this mod in the description section below as well. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time.